Let's do it.
What about these dogs that yesterday, bro?
No,
Right. Listen, I know I should save it for my podcast and that, but
let's talk.
I almost drove to Belmore and danced because I was so happy.
I fell asleep 5 minutes into the game
Fair enough.
because stock standard, it's the Dogs. I didn't expect one. I woke up to like 2 tries. I'm looking around. I go, what is going on? And then what I saw from the Dogs, from that point onwards, I was speechless. I was like, this is what I've wanted to see all year. I don't want to see perfect footy. I want to see you guys caring.
Yeah.
The kick,
Sorry, I missed that.
chasing the kick.
Yeah.
Being grubby in defense. Stopping them at your line. Like, bro, that's the first time we've held a team to 0 since 2018.
8 years, 2013.
Has it been that long? I thought they said in commentary it's been 3 years.
Could have been 3 years. I heard 8, but I could be definitely
Really?
wrong.
Either way, it's been a minute since we've done that.
Yeah, that was the most impressive part for me. I looked at the way we played yesterday, and I was analysing it all, and I was looking into it. We've done nothing different in attack because we've just been garbage all year in attack.
I think the one thing we did do different in attack yesterday was we followed through.
We followed through.
Like, as in, they chased the setup.
Yeah.
There's never been a chase, bro. Like, all year, there's been no chase.
Yeah, it's been a tough year. I'll be honest, in terms of how we've gone, mate. We won 3 games all year.
3 games in wow.
3 games.
3 games, bro.
So for me to watch yesterday, and everyone's like, "Oh, it G's up for the 2022 season. It's so good to win now. It would jump into next year. It won't. It's
Okay.
just."
But that's something they kept saying yesterday. I want to talk to you about because I said that last year when we had that final 5-game run last year. I was sort of like, okay, I'm excited to see what we do in 2021, and it did nothing for us.
Yeah,
this cannot affect 22. Like it gives you a little bit of a spring in your step, but thankfully we're having a massive clean out happening. And we're seeing some new blood come into the club.
Yeah.
Hopefully that does something for us.
That's what needs to happen. So last year, Gold Coast. So Gold Coast ended the year on a 4-5 game winning streak, and I think they just missed the finals. And they had they did a whole doco thing, which was really good. Which I love. Like that doco in the off season it was fantastic. But he talked about carrying on from what they had done in 2020 and bringing it into 2021. And he had no effect.
Yeah, it really didn't.
The reason for that is there's new players, new system, coach trying out new things, new players coming in, old play like new other players leaving. For the Dogs, it was more. They all say that. I think the media say that just to kind of like
hype up.
A lot of the fans just like.
To be honest, I hate it. All year, I have hated it when they prep a game. And they say, "Oh, the Dogs are good at this," and it's going to be good to see the Dogs fight. But it's like, no, stop trying to hype it up. The Dogs are rubbish. Just say it. Please stop trying to give me hope because I've cried too much this season.
How many times? And did you actually though?
Yes. There were times where I actually cried, and it's the first time I'm admitting it all year. All right, let me tell you how my season went. The first 5 rounds, I made it a point to wear my oversized jersey. I have an extra large jersey, 2005.
Yeah.
Sat in front of my TV, sometimes by myself, and would watch the game. That slowly started to die out after that. 1 week I missed putting the jersey on. The next week I put it back on. The week after that. And then it died. To the point where I was just like, honestly, I hope we get smacked. And then a little bit of hope would come back once we were versing rubbish teams, but then we'd get smashed by those rubbish teams, and it was just, bro, it just hurt. You know what I mean? To the point where I'm sleeping through a Bulldogs game.
Yeah, that's weakness.
See what I'm saying?
I see both sides. I see that the club's struggled for many years. You know, Hasler and Dib came in, wrecked a couple of things in our club, stuff that's salary cap for years. But also, just the toll it takes on a lot of fans, because there are a lot of diehards, a lot harder than I am, where I've spoken to some and they're like, mate, I don't want to borrow another year. I can't sit through another game. If they on my TV, I'll turn it off. And I've spoken to a lot of mates where I've done a lot of fantasy football with this year, where they've watched their team doing a lot better than the Bulldogs. But 1-2 games, they were like, no, we're not watching today. We just got to turn it off. For me, I can't do that. I cannot fathom sitting there watching my team and then turning off. Because what I do, I switch my mind.
I can't turn the game off.
You fall asleep, so it's kind of the same thing.
Well, yeah.
See, I switch something in my brain switches. So what I do is I watch the game as a Bulldogs fan, biggest Bulldogs fan, and go the Dogs and whatever. In every game. It's not just, like we're coming against Storm, I'm not just going to watch this as whatever. No, I'll watch it as a proper fan and I'll follow as a proper fan. When I know that it's going to become to a point where we are absolutely losing this game, and sometimes there's no point being upset, I'll then switch it to I'm just enjoying a game of rugby league.
Stato.